Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. If you are getting ready to go out, I pray that you are safe and are blessed by God during this time. Our reading today is in Matthew 28:16 through 17. This passage gives me a lot of hope. We are just about ready to read the Great Commission that Jesus gave his disciples. It's the same commission that he has for every single one of us. But before we get to the Great Commission, we read these two verses in verse 16 and 17. Then the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had told them to go. So they followed Jesus where he wanted them to go. But look, verse 17. When they saw him, they worshiped him, but some doubted. The title for our time, Doubt and Discipleship. In verse 16 and 17, the disciples are following Jesus where he wants them to go. But even when they see him with their physical eyes, there is still some doubt. Many of us can fall into the lie that if we have doubt, we must not be disciples of Jesus. No, doubt is a part of what it means to be a disciple of Jesus. We will always have questions. We will always wonder, is this from God? Is this from man? Is this from me? Is this bad pizza? What is it? There will be doubt. But what we see modeled by the disciples is that they don't leave Jesus. They continue to stay and follow him even in the midst of their doubts. We know that as we follow him, eventually those doubts can be overcome as we grow in our discipleship of following him more. We will never get to a point this side of eternity where all of our doubts and questions are answered. But the passage reminds us today, be encouraged that in the midst of your doubts, you can still be a disciple and follower of Jesus. Which brings us to our question for today. How do you address moments of doubts while continuing to follow Jesus? You are loved in the midst of your doubts and your faith. We'll see you tomorrow.